answer to that?
If you please. As the Theoros, I present to you Finan of Ides Elysiae, virtuous citizen of Akima, and the last speaker of the Assembly.
Much obliged, Lord Lycus.
I remember him. He's the penniless lad working for Aglaya.
Where's Lady Goldweaver? Why is she sending this guy to give the last speech? Is this really the end of the Flame Chase journey?
Can this dude really face down kindness? I actually don't necessarily find things.
By Kefali above. Dear citizens of Akima, as you look upon me, so too do I see you. I see your fear and misgivings, your apprehension about the discord between the Chrysos heirs and the Council of Elders, and your uneasiness about the future of the Holy City. Yet, before you contemplate something as grand as the fate of the world, I ask that you look closer. Look beyond the horizon illuminated by Kefali, at the crisis threatening to overwhelm us.
What?
Ides Elysiae, my beloved hometown, is a village forgotten by time. It is a place with the most invigorating breeze and wheat fields that spread all the way to the sea. I once thought that there I would enjoy a lifetime of peace and quiet with my friends and family. How I wish I could invite all of you to that paradise, far from the noise and chatter of the world. Alas, I can't, because she and all that she nurtured, all that I loved, they have long been devoured by the black tide. My beloved home is no more. I will never forget the day the black tide struck. My father, Hieronymus, fought with a broken sword to his last breath to protect his child. My mother, Aldada, she was ripped apart by monsters. Also, I might live to stand before you here and now. Galba, he was a hunter. But in the end, those arms that once drew a bow instead embraced Piso, his beloved son, as they both breathed their last. Pythias, the teacher, risked her life to save her students, but a burning beam fell on her, crushing her. And what of Livia, her daughter? Did she make it out alive? No, she didn't. Livia, Piso, and so many other children, my childhood friends, they were all swallowed by the black tide and turned into monsters. They kept saying the same thing over and over. Even up until the final moment, I finally steeled my heart and granted them eternal peace with my sword. Why, Finan? Aren't we the best of friends?
Oh.
That is the black tide. A looming threat that can bring Akima to its knees any time. Kindness may have promised that with the 3 Titans of Calamity gone, Akima will return to an era Chrysia once more, but much as it pains me, I must disappoint you. While the demigod of strife has done everything in his power to hold them back, they are still coming. By now, the name of that black-robed swordmaster, the Flame Reaper, has likely echoed throughout the city already. The roaring thunder is a message from the strife demigod. The Flame Reaper has risen from death, and they hunger for the core flames of the gods.
such a powerful enemy is indeed approaching, why is Akama still a picture of peace?
Exactly! The city of Akama shows no signs of pandemonium or chaos. And why is that? I beg you, spare a moment to think about this. Are we able to stand here and hold this assembly in peace today because the danger has passed? No! This peace we enjoy is no gift of fate. We are able to stand here today only because the Chrysos heirs have stepped up and shielded Akama from calamity. With her golden threads, Aglaya has preserved and continues to preserve these idyllic days that all of you hold dear. The Council of Elders claims that Aglaya will one day forsake the people because her divinity is eroding her body and soul. But ask yourselves this. Rather than offering her aid and support, why do they choose to watch and push Akama away from the Flame Chase journey? The answer that no one can bring themselves to speak of. A truth stained in blood and buried in greed, fear, and vanity. Allow me to lay it bare before you. It is because the Council of Elders, which bears Akima's history and honor, along with this citizens' assembly we once took so much pride in, are now infested with vermin.
You insolent whelp! How dare you!
It is true that Aglaya has reached her limit. Why? Because she has been working tirelessly to weave the defenses of our holy city against the encroaching evil. All while these vermin are making up baseless accusations about her and scheming in the shadows. Not once has she ever failed Akama. Yet these vermin attempt to tear her apart, tarnishing her name with unfounded allegations. She may have been blessed by divinity, but hasn't her heart always stayed true to humanity? They attempt to mislead you and reduce this assembly to a crude standoff between gods and humans, but citizens of Akama. Once more, I implore you to open your eyes and look at those around you. Examine them closely. Beneath all that finery, do you see the good heart of a human or the poisonous glands of a pest? Make your judgment, then turn your gaze to the demigods whom so many of you regard as cold and merciless. Do you not see the light of humanity in them? And those who wear the mask of humanity yet utter only hurtful, slanderous words. Can you not see that their souls have been corrupted by power? Yet, no matter what your answer is, and no matter who your vote goes to, rest assured that you have nothing to fear. For Aglaya, Trebios, and I will remain your faithful guardians and pledge our lives to upholding your decision. And this vow will stay true until the end of our days, where it will be passed on to future flame chasers. A steadfast and unwavering promise that shall endure through the ages.
Absolutely right. The Chrysos heirs have only our best interests in mind. I still don't understand it. I will never believe our teachers are always have to end. So...
At the present time, on the scales of Talanton, those who call for the continuation of the Flame Chase journey, and those who demand its suspension. Each faction holds an equal share of votes, resulting in a perfect balance.
As expected. This is the moment when the Flame Chase journey is the closest to its end.
And now, it's your turn to vote, Lord Anaxagoras.
Is Is there anyone else who hasn't voted?
No, you're the last. Cast your vote with care, for your decision will break this impasse.
I have long since made a decision.
Very well. May you bring much needed change to this farcical world.
You've done well, Finan. Given the circumstances, delivering a rousing speech to stir up emotions was a prudent move. Thank you all for your patience. On behalf of the 7 sages of the Grove of Epiphany and the scholars of Amphorius, I, Anaxagoras, am ready to cast my vote. But before that, in the interest of fairness, Lady Goldweaver, I pose a question to you before all who are gathered here. Will you, as Finan has promised, stand by the decision made in the Assembly, regardless of outcome?
In the interest of fairness, I make no promises, lest it should influence your decision.
Very well. I thank you for your honesty.
What's he doing?
The stakes are high. Let's be patient.
Cut the act! Who do you think you are wasting our time like this?
Lord Anaxa, please do not forget that I...
Rule number 1. Do not call me Anaxa. Rule number 2.
Yep.
Never interrupt me. Silence is golden.
Just vote already. What are you waiting for?
I cannot help but wonder, is every hardship in the world something you will exploit and use to your advantage?
How else am I supposed to make use of this situation where my body and soul are separated? Oh, Circes. Or should I say Calypso? Accompany me on this final journey. Let us journey to the Netherrealm and see how she will substantiate the answer to your question and validate my decision. We need only to follow the sound of the tides. You are...
Transfer here, or
Well done, child.
no, it's
Just as I foresaw, you have achieved great things.
is this his teacher?
Teacher.
Yep.
What a twist of fate. A blasphemer
This artwork
raised
is-
in the doctrines
I love
of
it.
the Venerationists. It's like a foal kicking its mother in the belly after taking all her milk.
I respect you immensely, sir. But
You cherish the truth even more. So, child, do not be troubled by the criticisms I have borne. Do not let those voices hinder you as you forge ahead. As the sage of the Venerationists, I am duty-bound to oppose you. But, as your friend and mentor, Anaxagoras, I say, go forth, for the truth is already in your hands.
I will keep that in mind.
Go now, child. Your lonely pursuit is about to welcome a new chapter,
And when you reach the end of this journey, may we meet again with the truth before us.
You have my word, sir. May Circes safeguard your thoughts.
May Circe safeguard your thoughts.
You are right, Empedocles. My lonely pursuit is about to welcome a new chapter. I must be on my way now. May we meet again with the truth before us, Empedocles.
What are you waiting for? Just cast your vote.
Silence! Silence, everyone! Behold, Circes, here at the center of the world, I shall write the final step of my proof. For this place is but one step away from the truth.
Professor, I completed the proof you wanted.
Thank you, Castorus. The answer is plain as day. My vote goes to the Flame Chase journey and nothing else. Elder Kindness, I have deciphered the truth of this world.
With the balance shattered,
Okay,
the
that's it.
result is clear. By carefully interlenting
Just a
above
maniacal
as the
laugh.
Theoros I have observed.
No! Ligus, you can't! Onyxa, what have you done? Have you lost your mind? I hope you are prepared for the harsh punishment awaiting you. Mark my words, I will make sure that clever head of yours never forgets the price of betrayal.
Have you forgotten? I told you that happens to be one of my rare talents.
You put on such a grand performance just to aid their preposterous flame chase journey.
Performance? No, you are quite mistaken. I may be paranoid by nature, but I've always been known for my honesty. If you really understood me, Lady Kindness, you'd realize that I never had any interest in your pathetic little game of politics. Factions, standpoints, they are jokes in my eyes. I have never once switched sides, because I, and I alone, am the truth.
Lady Kindness, with all the citizens here as witnesses, we should honor the spirit of democracy and respect the decision of this assembly. I have observed that Akama has chosen her destiny. This citizens' assembly has resolved to continue the Flame Chase journey. This resolution shall be put up on the Wall of Heroes, such that all citizens are aware of the city's way forward.
You!
It seems not everyone is ready for the assembly to end. Very well. Let me entertain you for a little longer. By your leave, Lord Ligus.
Interesting. Elders and citizens, your attention, please. Stay for a moment more, if you will. Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany has an announcement for the assembly.
What is this performer up to now?
Just moments ago, all of you made a decision on the fate of Amphorius. As a supporter of the Flame Chase journey, it pleases me to see the choice you have made. But I regret to say that I still harbor doubts about this outcome. Thus, I hereby challenge this resolution. Tell me, who among you dare swear to Kephales's name that Era Nova will truly welcome the fairy tale ending that the Chrysos heirs have promised? A beautiful new world free of calamity and madness?
Nonsense! That's impossible! What is he getting at?
No one? Must I pick somebody to answer? Very well. You, the one acting so wise and profound, in front of all present here, do you dare swear that it will happen for sure? No? Fine. Next. You, the one with ignorance written all over your face. Yes, you. Do you dare swear by it in front of the Titan?
What are you trying to do?
Useless. Your turn, then. With that smug look of yours, you must be confident that the flame chase journey is the best course to take, right?
Hey! Mind your tongue!
So, no one? I see. In that case, Finan, answer me this. Your speech was filled with such passion just now. How confident, then, are you in making this promise?
Professor, what are you doing?
Let him continue with his performance.
Will you look at that? Even Finan and Aglaya lack the courage to make such a promise. And what's even more absurd is that no one but I can promise you this new world. And yet, the Assembly passed the resolution anyway. But you needn't worry, because I knew better than to trust you good-for-nothings. That is precisely why I am here today. To give you one final lecture. Now listen up and listen well. I, Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany, hereby declare everything that the Flame Chase journey promises is true. Finan of Ides Elysiae, the prophesied demigod who shall succeed Kefali, will reforge each and every one of us in the new world with his complete, intact memories.
What?
The core flame-bearing titans were the Chrysos heirs of yesterday, and the Chrysos heirs who carry the core flames today will become the titans of tomorrow. All of our souls shall endure for eternity in the miracle of the World-Bearer. And all under Kefali's protection shall step into that new world.
This is your blasphemy!
Say that. It's impossible.
What? Are you saying that we must bow down to you and worship you even in our next lives? Enough, you blasphemous imbecile! How dare you try to deceive us with all these lies and falsehoods? How can you prove?
I told you, don't interrupt me. But since you've asked, I shall be kind and indulge you. My statements are based on my experiments on the divine body of Kefali themselves. You heard me correctly, everyone. With the tacit approval of Kindness and the Council of Elders, I fused my soul with a god through alchemy and learned the truth behind Era Nova.
What is he talking about? Isn't that pure blasphemy?
I, the vile, wretched blasphemer, deserve nothing less than death for my sins. And the Council of Elders, which granted me consent and aided in committing this atrocity, should face punishment alongside me.
By the gods, even Kindness has betrayed Akuma.
The kindly. We're carefully afloat.
I had no knowledge of his transgressions. He did that on his own. The Council of Elders bears no responsibility for his actions. Lord Lygus, As the esteemed Theoros, are you going to simply stand by and allow the Council of Elders to be dragged through the mud?
If the accusation is true, I will acknowledge it. If not, my conscience stands unburdened. Lady Kindness, the reputation of the Council of Elders was not built in a day, nor will it be shattered overnight. Repercussions await those who fool the people, and punishment must be meted out on those who abandon their vows. We should respect this beautiful city and her people.
You...
Lady Aglaya, the Gold Weaver, I humbly ask that you take on the responsibility of overseeing this judgment in the name of the fairness of Talantin and the justice of Kefali. Considering the circumstances, and in accordance with Akima's codex as the only demigod among us, you shall rightfully wield this authority.
The honor is mine to bear.
How is this permitted?
Elders and citizens, silence, if you please. Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany has made his statement clear. As per Akima's codex, I request all present citizens to stand with me in exercising the right of judgment. First, Elder Kindness of Akima and Ligus the Theoros stand accused of neglecting their duties and abusing the law, leading to the egregious blasphemy against a god. In the names of Talantin and Kefali, Akima is to form a committee before the 7th action hour to conduct an investigation and disclose the findings to the public for subsequent judgment.
Yes! That's what we deserve!
Curse you!
Now, concerning Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany, he has confessed to grave blasphemy against Kefali. In the names of Talantin and Kefali, the accused must be allowed to hear the people's voice prior to the execution, for a chance at a reduced sentence and possible pardon.
Professor.
Except he already knew he would die.
Let him die! Let him die! Let him die! Let him die!
What decision will you make, Lady Goldweaver?
Enough with the hesitation, Aglaya. This is not like you.
Let him die!
Then, in light of the people's voice, O Talantin on high, may you bring death upon him.
Don't turn around, keep looking forward. Hacker on. Not as a touch of red will be waiting at the end of the path. I'll guide you and illuminate the way out. By doing so, you'll eventually reunite in the warmth of the sunlight.
All of this is proof that you once lived. Your soul, your memories, the years you've journeyed through, and the path they revealed, leading you back home. So, continue onward. Do not stop moving forward, and do not let her sacrifice and the support of all who have stood by you be in vain. Over
you could do it. Your soul is still perfectly whole, as if some kind of force is trying its best to keep it together. Is it Ornyx's final blessing? Or is it a miracle of your own? It's truly incredible. Such a strange surge of familiarity. So hard to describe. Perhaps it is fate, once again fulfilling its own design. Or perhaps it is the laws from beyond the sky, so familiar to you, that intertwined our fates long ago. It seems that this is the riddle which cannot be solved anytime soon. The sensation of becoming a demigod is truly wondrous. It's as if the river of souls is winding its way through the depths of my spirit, transforming with each breath into a fine rain that nourishes the world. Do you recall that prophecy? At the end of the sea of flowers, the souls of the living shall warm thy fingertips, and after an embrace, there shall be eternal separation. I promised you that I would do everything in my power to give it another meaning. Now, as I stand as a demigod, and destiny draws to a close, I can finally end it in a way that is as beautiful as it deserves. The wish I once sought, but could never grasp, is now within reach. In this brand new world, every blooming life will lift its arms in celebration and recount the profound meaning of this very instant. Every touch, every embrace we share will never again be an ice-cold loss. They will radiate with an intense warmth, sowing love far and wide throughout the land. The other shore is very cold. May I borrow your warmth one last time? Thank you for fulfilling this wish of mine. The place I'll be going to is what humans call the Land of Sorrows. But with this heartbeat and the residual heat of this embrace, I shall turn the nether realm into a gentle place of rest. This embrace may be brief, but it's the proof that I once lived. Farewell, then. May we reunite in the new world.
But I don't see Castris among your number.
It looks like she not only helped me prove my theory, but helped you fulfill your mission as well.
She might not have been able to change her fate, but she still wrote the final verse of her epic herself. Trinin, please recite the prophecy for us. Trailblazer, please surrender that scalding cool flame for us as well. You are the only life she ever saved by her own hand in her 1,000 years on this earth. I believe no one is more qualified for this noble task.
O gods who have returned, and gods who who are still watching, today we bring you a soul laid bare. The Hand of Shadow, Thanatos, remembered their name from the past. From daylight they came, and to their fragrant dwelling they return, to walk now among your ranks. And there was one who joined hands with the Titan, a traveler risen from the dead and reborn among mortal kind. He is the everlasting night, and shall now proclaim in his good name, O Majesty of the 12 Titans, pillars of the world, we seek your divinity to mend the rifts of the world. Fill our bodies with blood of gold, till we wither in willing service to the prophecy. Step forward, trailblazer from beyond the sky, and together with us, surrender the core flame and carve their star into the sky.
Constellation for death.
For life and death, to be more precise.
Look, it's...
No, it's only a divine echo. I think she's here for the trial.
What did she say?
That's the language of the Titans. Casterus... No. The Titan. They said, I have illuminated the cold shadow of death.
Onwards. For your path to the future is bright and its flame eternal. Do not forget.
Rejoice, Circes. I sow the seeds of suspicion in the new world with your soul!
And now, the objective is complete. That is all.
Thankfully,
Oh,
she's still alive.
like the Astral Express.
Was March 7th also in this condition when she was first rescued by the
Her condition is very similar. It's just that at that time, the Express did not have a keeper who could diagnose her condition.
But she still woke up naturally. Looking on the bright side, that might happen this time as well. I do not have conclusive evidence, but judging by her current condition, perhaps March 7th's memories have been hijacked. Think about it, Miss Himiko. What will happen when someone loses their ability to remember?
A species of fish on the bottom has a memory span of less than a second. It forgets anything that occurs in the very next instant. Something similar to that.
Unfortunately, short-term memory is an entirely different concept from the inability to remember. Perhaps it is difficult for you to imagine, but an individual who has lost their ability to remember turns into nothingness. The belief of the Garden is that everything in this universe can be interpreted through memories. This is the driving force behind the continuance of this path. The past is made up of memoria, while the future is a possibility that will eventually be converted to memoria. But the present, it doesn't really exist, and it's only an abstract expression. Therefore, when a person is affected by the path and loses their ability to remember, their physical form will also be affected. These ice crystals are a manifestation of that. Is Miss Himiko suspicious of me?
Well, I kinda am too. He's speculating, but I'd appreciate your honesty if
In other
possible.
words, now is the time for me to prove my innocence. That's not a problem, of course. The true reason behind my intentions is that Amphorius holds special significance. For some memo keepers of the Garden with extremist views, it is a perfect example. A world that can only be seen through the Garden's mirror means that memo keepers have the right to keep the world in their private collection. If those Pathstriders of Remembrance were to uncover the secrets of Amphorius first, they might unleash their wild ambitions and remodel more worlds into a similar form. I chose to remain quiet before, because I did not want to involve you in the Garden's internal conflicts. You can be even bolder with your guesses. The people that I'm talking about, they aren't just individuals. They are an organization that has already attached itself to the pinky finger of Fu Li. I cannot be certain, but at the very least, they are capable of doing so. I am deeply sorry about what has happened to March 7th, but the deal that I propose still remains a fair one. Amphorius is still an excellent destination, and investigating further might allow us to uncover the truth behind the accident. Miss Himiko, the wisest choice right now is for us to continue cooperating.
Oh.
Let me take back a part of what I said just now, Miss Himiko. Although we indeed struck a deal, it seems like I have involved you in some unforeseen danger. Please accept my deepest apologies. It's Fu Li. Their gaze has just swept across Amphorius.
Yep. That likely winds up with Trailblazer getting. Completely gazed at the Trailblazer.
I never expected a mere memo snatcher to be actually hiding so much inside
Yay,
her
more
head.
hurt.
What's even more interesting is that the word Amphorius has appeared in her subconscious.
This lady seems to be having fun. Is she usually like this?
It's hard to explain.
What are you two whispering about? Has it not occurred to you that I can hear everything clearly?
Please pardon me, Madam Herta. Would you mind sharing with us what you've discovered?
The ones who need help are the Astral Express. You will have to put up with my methods, even if they are rather unconventional. Let's get back to the topic. By using the fourth mirror, I rummaged through the brain of this memo snatcher and learned a good deal. Not only does this person know of Emphorius, but there are also many memo keepers who are interested in the place. I searched through her consciousness and found the following terms: the Eternal Land, the Rejected Land, and the private collection of the Garden of Recollection.
It seems like Miss Black Swan is indeed hiding some things from us.
Since I'm not able to find any useful clues from the outside, why don't I personally visit this mysterious Emphorius?
You're planning to head to Emphorius yourself?
Yes, but not in the flesh like you all foolishly did. See these Herta mirrors? With them, I can project my data spirit entity to any corner of the cosmos through spatial warps.
Dang.
Without even needing to leave my room. But of course, these corners of the cosmos must be within the coverage zone of inter-astral peace communications. After all, this is collaborative technology.
I see. You do seem like the more indoor type.
Although that star zone is not within the network of the IPC, the Express itself can serve as a signal station. Come, give me the astral chart coordinates. Then, sit back and enjoy the show. Alright, now that everything is ready, mirrors, get to work. First mirror, input the coordinates. You'll be in charge of the spatial warp.
As you command, Madam Herta. The preparations are complete. I wish you a pleasant journey ahead.
Second mirror, prepare for the thought refraction. There's still some distance from the Astral Express to the Emphorius celestial body. You're in charge of sending me over. This time, raise the power to the maximum. Don't be stingy.
Oh, okay. I won't fail the mission, Madam Herta.
Third mirror, you're in charge of generating the data spirit entity.
I'm happy to help, Madam Herta. What kind of appearance are you planning to use this time?
Good question. Let me think. Forget it. Just use my own appearance. There's no one there that'll recognize me anyway.
As you.
Fourth mirror, you'll be in charge of... It seems like I have nothing for you. Just stand by and wait for orders.
Ah, standing by again. That's so cool. Next time, can you count down from 4 instead?
Preparation of the data spirit entity complete. Thought refraction at max power. Excellent. The first mirror. Let's get going.
Have a safe trip, Madam Herta.
May your journey yield good results.
Coordinates input complete. Preparing to activate spatial warp. Destination, unknown celestial body. Emphorius. Spatial warp countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Warp activated.
Oh! So that's Emphorius? Its appearance is... well, sure is unique. Second mirror. Prepare for thought refraction. It's time to send me in.
Alright, please read the safety protocols carefully.
Can't you hurry up?
Yes, ma'am.
I didn't expect it to be so turbulent.
Oh.
I should have asked the second mirror to use slightly less power. What a magnificent sight. Is this the entrance to Emphorius? Let's see. Perhaps I'll be able to find a way in. What's this? A statue? It's ugly. I don't like it. Oh, I finally found your traces. How esteemed must you be for the great Herda to come out personally. When we return, get ready to become free labor for the simulated universe for the rest of your life.
Free labor. Simuni.
What's this? How creepy. Oh, it moves? Who are you trying to scare? It's either a projection or a fake. There doesn't seem to be much to take note of. Now then, how am I going to get into Amphorius?
My deepest apologies, esteemed lady. I'm afraid that you cannot proceed further.
Who's there?
Your visit, although not part of my calculations, is a pleasant surprise. It's a pity that the preparations are not yet in place to receive you with the hospitality that someone of your status deserves.
Are you not going to answer my question? Who are you?
I have many identities, and I'm going to have even more in the future. But if
What?
you just need a form of address,
More than that.
you can use
What do you mean by that?
alias. Lycurgus. Lygus.
All right, Lygus. But you can't possibly think that I'm just asking for a name, can you?
Regrettably, I do not have the authority to share more information. However, standards are always flexible. While not violating the ultimate agreement, I'm able to disclose this piece of information. As you thought, this is the entrance to Amphorius. Now, please, kindly turn back. Amphorius is not a world that you should be involved with, regardless of what kind of magnificent achievements you have accomplished. This place will not open its doors so easily.
You seem to understand me very well. Then you should know that I have no reason to listen to you.
Your reaction is completely within my calculations. Despite my long years as a watcher, it seems like my assessment of human nature still remains accurate. From you, I'm able to sense a beautiful desire for knowledge, but my answer remains unchanged. Madam, it is with the utmost goodwill that I suggest you return to where you came from.
Let's assume for a second that I'm not so well-mannered, and that I insist on uncovering the secrets hidden behind you, Mr. Lygus. How do you plan to dispel this notion of mine?
Within the scope of the ultimate agreement, there are 178,244 logic chains at my disposal to convince you. After filtering through them, I have determined that I only require 3 to attain the results that I desire.
Oh? I'm all ears.
First, for reasons that cannot be disclosed, Amphorius is a completely isolated celestial body. Apart from me, no one else will be able to help you enter.
That's not a good argument.
Second, if your plan is, as you've alluded to previously, to force me into cooperating by showing hostility, do know that, just like you, I have basked in the gaze of the erudition. I stake my honor and assure you that, in the worst-case scenario, our mutual destruction will be inevitable.
Oh? No wonder I couldn't find a back door. When I did a scan of our surroundings, the safety protocols on you are comparable to Screwy's. How interesting.
I assume that you still wish to hear the third logic chain?
Of course. Why wouldn't I?
Third, even if you exhaust all your means and find a way to break through, you will surely give up once you understand the consequences of your actions. After all, throughout your long life, as much as you'd hate to admit, your conscience has played a crucial role.
What a brazen robot. You think that you can actually understand me through your paltry calculations? But since you put it that way, why don't you tell me what these consequences will be?
It concerns the third path that is entangled with Amphorius. A path that you and your friends still very much lack understanding of. The destruction. So, if you ignore my warnings and persist in your ways, you will break the shackles of a Lord Ravager. And when that happens, their fury will engulf the cosmos.
Oh, I see. I'll see you next time.